So lately, I've been learning what it truly means to belong to yourself. And for me, when I say what it means to belong to yourself, I speak about being able to love yourself, to look at yourself and see what God sees. For much of my life, I was breaking myself down, looking at myself like a project that needed to be fixed. When I didn't realize that truly there's nothing that needed to be fixed within me, I just needed to recognize myself and to finally see what God sees. I grew I I grew up around very emotionally abusive people. So it was hard for me to even acknowledge or see myself. I was I always felt like there was something wrong with me, like there was something weird about me that needed to be changed so that the world could finally celebrate me. And in that, I didn't acknowledge myself. I didn't see myself, and I didn't love myself. So this video is about that, about me talking about what it truly means for me now to belong to myself and to finally see and recognize who I am after so many years of feeling like the projections of others were the true meaning of who I am. Like feeling like if people can't really love me, then I'm not good enough. If people look at me and say I'm weird, then maybe there is something wrong with me. But my journey of healing has gotten me to a point where it's not been about fixing anything about myself. It's been more so about recognizing and returning to myself. And in this video, I just want to talk about that. I want to thoroughly speak about the things that have been holding me back. And hopefully, this video can resonate with you and you can take something from it and you can learn from it. But in a sense, I am here to just be a light, a shedding light to anyone who feels that they themselves are not good enough or they have to change something about themselves before they feel like they're worthy. For years, I struggled to hold my own reflection. I struggled to believe in my own worth. And I struggled to stand in the fullness of the woman God created me to be. I think now I've reached a season of my life where I no longer want to shrink to be accepted, and I no longer want to dim myself down to be understood. I choose to move with intention, I choose to move with discernment, and I choose to move with God. So I hope this video truly touches you in the way it should. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Rose. Thank you for stopping by and I hope you enjoyed the video. Today's video is going to be about finally feeling worthy within myself. And I hope this video resonates with you. And if it does, please like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to have you in the family. Grow Glow is for women, by women, and this initiative is, well, this channel is based on healing and growing into ourselves as women. So if you are interested in more content about feminine energy, healing yourself, so that you can magnetize and just radiate love and joy and, yeah, everything, all the good things, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into it. In my journey of healing, I think God has put me in a phase of solitude or isolation. And in this isolation, I have sort of learned to enjoy spending that time alone. Not because I'm lonely, but because I'm finally at peace in my own presence. And in that peace, I am able to walk into rooms alone and in my power. I am able to show up for myself, even when no one is watching. Moving through spaces with a quiet confidence that doesn't need to be announced. One thing I've discovered in my solitude is that I am enough for myself, and being able to accept myself has made me realize that truly I am the miracle, I am the gift to the world. And I just want every other woman to see that in themselves, to see that you are not a burden to anyone or to yourself. You are actually the gift. So the gift is in seeing yourself first, noticing that you were created for something greater, for something bigger than you, but also acknowledging that this world does not deserve you. This world is not greater than you. Your energy, your essence is more powerful. Because the truth is, you're never too much or too little or too weird or too basic. you're just growing into the person you're meant to be. How powerful is it to look at yourself and wake up every single day and be able to look at yourself in the mirror? And I think one lesson I had to learn throughout this journey is that everything around me truly doesn't matter. It's all about how I feel and what I'm radiating from my inner world. So if my inner world keeps saying, I'm not good enough, I'm not ready, then yes, that's what I'm going to attract, that's what I'm going to create. But if I start creating from a place of love, and if I start looking at the negative things that happen in my life and start saying, well, do I want to keep this emotion within my body? Do I want to keep it in my mind and in my soul, or do I want to release it and allow it to grow me in a sense? So if I sit and I look at people who are projecting their fears onto me, projecting their reality onto me, my reality, then I'm allowing people to say that this is who I am when I can define who I am. And I'm just here to say, try to look at it in a different light. Try to look at yourself in a different light. Try to see the magic within yourself. Try to see the magic within everything around you. Something powerful that I've realized is I don't need to fit in to feel worthy. I don't need to shape shift to make other people feel comfortable. Because truly, my worth doesn't come from fitting in or making others comfortable. My worth comes from defining my own true north as a woman. When you step into your power as a woman and you start to say, you know what, the world doesn't see me, but it's time for me to see myself, that's when you start to feel the most powerful. And that's where you start to radiate that power, because all that energy that you've been giving to the world becomes your energy. And your energy is the most powerful energy that can magnetize and grow you. It's about nurturing yourself. As a woman, when we look at ourselves, we tend to want to break ourselves down, to say, oh, look at my body, look at my face, look at my skin, I'm never going to be good enough. But that's not how it truly is. The essence of a feminine woman, a woman who knows her power, a woman who knows that if God created her, she is the answer to all the pain in the world. So today, I'm not speaking from a place of I want to teach you a lesson, I want to teach you. No, I'm speaking from a place of talking to my younger self and talking to the version of me that's been broken for so long. Today, the message I'm giving out, pouring out, is to the girl who still doesn't know whether she is ever going to have that dream life or ever going to be the dream woman. And I'm here to say, you already are. You already are that dream woman. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need anyone's validation. You don't need anyone's approval. You already are the essence. And the beauty of it is, even in your journey of becoming, you are powerful. Don't ever feel like this journey that you are in, all of us, this journey that we are in of growth, don't ever feel like it's because you're broken and you need to be fixed. No, it's because you're powerful. And you healing yourself, guess what it does? It heals others. It heals so much of the things in your life, in your way, that might have been holding you back, but now you can use those things and transmute them into power. Okay, let's get to the next point.
The most powerful space you can reach as a woman is when you're able to look at yourself and finally say, wow. Not from a place of vanity, but from a place of gratitude. Knowing that God's hand over your life is the only worth you need. Being able to wake up and see your beauty and see your presence and finally validate yourself. I think I've reached a place where my beauty, my presence, and my energy do not need to be validated or enhanced or completed by anyone else's expectations or projections onto me. I believe I can shine on my own. I can stand on my own, and I can finally glow on my own.
I think another thing that I've learned to do is to question environments, to question people, to question connections that make me feel less than, that make me feel like I'm not good enough. Because why am I accepting that? Why am I accepting that in my field? So when you start to question the outside world and start to say, well, why are women being told that they're only going to be good enough once they have fit into a certain dress size? Why are we doing that to ourselves? Why do we feel like I'm only going to be worthy if I have this boyfriend, or if I have a husband, or if I have this job? Why? Your worth doesn't come from the things that you receive or the things you get from the world. That's just noise, if I can put it. The truth of the matter is, we're not living in a world that is making us who we are. We're living in a world that we are creating ourselves. So when I started learning to grow from the people who used to make me feel less than, I started understanding that, their projections come from their fears. And now my body has learned that also, to say, oh, then I must also fear. I must also be afraid, because maybe then I am not good enough. Maybe then if I say I want something, but a deeper part of me feels like I'm not good enough, then that means I'm not going to get it. When truly you are the creator of all of that. The journey I have been in with God has made me realize this. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful to have found the truth. The truth is God. And every time He reminds me to return to Him. No matter what happens, I have to return to Him. No matter if it's good things.
So to close off this video, I want to give you the 5 shifts that I took to move into my queen energy and to finally feel worthy within myself. Shift 1, I went from seeking validation and external validation to self-affirming myself, giving myself words of encouragement, working on the inner world that is me, reparenting myself also. Shift 2, I went from trying to fit in to allowing myself to stand out even in rooms that felt uncomfortable to stand out in. Showing up as you are only allows you to align with what naturally gravitates towards you. You should never chase rooms or people that do not align with who you are. Shift number 3, I went from being emotionally reactive to being emotionally observational, meaning I stopped allowing myself to drown in the emotions and to allow life to happen to me, if I can put it in that sense. I allowed myself to see what was happening around me and to learn from it and to grow from it. Shift 4, I went from abandoning myself to choosing myself every moment, every day, and every second. I no longer betray my intuition. I honor my boundaries and I choose peace over chaos. I choose alignment over attachment. And then, last but not least, shift number 5. I went from questioning my worth to realizing that God placed me with magic on this earth. I stopped asking myself, am I enough? I started saying, God created me for something in this world. I walk with divine confidence, not from a place of ego, but from a place of purpose. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more. I will be posting once again same time next week. So please tune in. And yes, thank you so much. Love and light.